Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about a man overboard recovery drill. So, the man overboard scenario is when someone falls out of your boat that needs to be recovered now. And for these drills at Sail to Learn, we throw over a very vibrant colored buoy and then retrieve it using a modified quick stop, which is designed for a day sailor such as the Flying Scot that you see here, and that's Sail to Learn's vessel. So, in this case, the helmsman will be responsible for both making commands and steering the boat for a quick and efficient recovery. So, when the man goes overboard, where we throw him out of the boat in this case, first, every crew member, it's an all hands on deck scenario, and everyone shouts, "Man overboard," so that everyone around them knows. First step is to note the location, GPS or otherwise, that the man overboard is, or your current location as close to him as you can be. Then, when the helmsman yells, "Throw flotation," all the crew members are to quickly throw all floatable items overboard. These are items that the man overboard can use as buoyancy aid or something to cling to stay afloat. Floatable items include PFDs, fenders, swim noodles, seat cushions, kickboards, and such. And it's important to not just throw one item overboard. Instead, leave a trail of breadcrumbs that lead back to the man overboard. This is especially important in rough water or wave conditions, particularly in inlets or outlets between bay and open water, which are especially at risk since the currents are accelerated there and often create standing waves and rip currents, making it increasingly difficult to keep a steady view of the man overboard. Boaters should wear personal flotation devices on the water, and kids are required to by the Coast Guard. For adults, wearing one is optional, but you must have them on board, and you should definitely put them on in rough water. In the drill, we don't normally do this just because we don't want to lose flotation, but definitely important part of a man overboard situation. And you're going to also next assign a pointer in your group. And the pointer's role is very important. The pointer is going to be responsible to point constantly at the man overboard and call out the location of the man overboard. So, how you call out the location on a sailboat is that the sailboat basically is like a clock face. And so the bow or very front of the boat is 12 o'clock, and the stern or the very back of the boat is 6 o'clock. And you can see that in the image here. So the pointer needs to constantly be calling out where the man overboard is and how far away they are. So you can see in this image, the pointer is calling out, say that the man overboard is at 6 o'clock. It's directly behind the boat, and it's 2 boat lengths is what the pointer would be calling out in this instance. And so now that you have your pointer and they're keeping track of how far away and where your man overboard is, you're going to also deploy a rescue line from the stern or very back of your boat to the man overboard. And now, how you're going to get back to him at a slow enough speed to get him back in the boat is first we're going to travel actually away from him. We're going to get 5 boat lengths away, and at 5 boat lengths, the helmsman is going to tack back around. In this case, you can see that the helmsman turned upwind and didn't actually have enough power to complete the tack. In that case, the helmsman will turn back down against the wind and pick up power and then go again to tack. And tacking in a man overboard drill is slightly different because we're going to heave to. And when you heave to, your boat tacks, but you don't change the jib sail over to the other side. And you do that because it significantly slows down the speed of your boat. So the jib is pulled to the windward side of the boat, as you can see in this image, and that really slows down the boat. The helmsman is now going to aim for a point slightly downwind of the man overboard, just 6 to 10 feet downwind. And you're going to have your pickup crewmen holding their rescue line or ready to rescue your man overboard on the windward side of the boat. And you'll approach the man overboard. This pickup crewman's job is to loop the rescue lines around the man overboard and get them back into the boat. Right when the mast is lined up with the man overboard is when the helmsman is going to turn directly into the wind. So purposefully making the boat go into irons, which will essentially be a quick stop for the boat. So our goal is to get the boat to stop moving all the way. So we're going to go into irons, and then you're going to release the main sheet, so killing your power and also releasing the jib sheet. So the boat is stopped, and then the crewmen can either pick up the man overboard, or you can use the jib sail and mainsail halyards and attach a rescue harness hammock to them and pull the man overboard back in the boat this way. So thank you guys so much for listening. This has been how to conduct a man overboard drill and essentially how to use a modified quick stop to rescue a man overboard. Thank you guys so much for watching, and happy sailing, breezes.